Meeting is streaming on Facebook. Good evening and welcome to the 32nd Annual Interfaith Blood Drive. My name is Devorah Shulamit. Carol Muser and I are the very grateful co-chairs of Interfaith, the oldest ongoing interfaith blood drive in the nation and beyond. The musical celebration of life is closure for this weekend. This unifying event celebrates our diversity via the arts, singing, dancing, instrumentals, and special readings about unity, acceptance, respect, understanding, compassion, and peace. We are thrilled that you are joining us on Zoom tonight. Please take a minute to look at the program that says In Memoriam. These are the names of the Interfaith family that are no longer with us. We honor them by remembering all they did for Interfaith and our community. Without their effort and dedication, we wouldn't be celebrating 32 years of Interfaith. During this moment of silent prayer, recall the special people in your life, family members and friends that you have lost, along with the victims of all the many wars, 9/11, September 6th, and victims of COVID-19. Let us pray and be grateful for them being in our lives. Please take a minute to do this. Amen, and thank you so much. Now sit back and enjoy this beautiful, entertaining, and hopeful event. Take it away, Judy.
I'm Judy Lee Troutman, the chair of the Multifaith Council, and I need to announce first that Charlotte Boyd, who was going to do an interpretive dance for us, had a family emergency this morning, and so she will not be able to dance with us. So I will start. I'm ordained in the Sufi Universalist tradition as a shirag, or minister to conduct universal worship. Shirag means lamp, so in a way, shirags are bearers of light. This evening, I'm giving a reading on behalf of First Unitarian Church of Toledo, also a Universalist tradition. So I bring you words adapted from Bearers of Light, a Unitarian Universalist sermon in New Orleans by Marta I. Valentine. And she was referring to the darkness of the storms that were in the Gulf in the year of 2006, and how we can all be bearers of light. In the past months, we have weathered an unprecedented storm of a global pandemic with its contingent darkness. We have probably never in our lifetime needed more to become bearers of light, as we build towards not a return to the old normal, but a new and better normal with justice and compassion for all. To be a bearer of light is to hold in the highest esteem the building of relationships. As Rumi wrote, this being human is a guest house, every morning a new arrival. Each day we have an opportunity to build a new relationship where previously none existed. A bearer of light is not concerned with what we can take, but with what we can give to any situation, even one that might rile us or aspire to throw us off course. A bearer of light can have a spiritual significance, but it does not have to. It can be a commitment one makes to lighten an experience that might seem heavy, to share an insight, even when it might scare you to do so, to find genuine humor and gratitude when everyone around you is being serious and grim. It can be a commitment to be that ray of sun that emerges at the blink of an eye. It can be a commitment to remain calm when all around you the world is spinning, to remain grounded when the urge is to take flight, to remain loving when the devil is knocking on your door, pushing you into the abyss that is misdirected anger. As you consider your role as a bearer of light, I offer you these tools to help create the new and better normal that we need. Intention. Where and what is your intention? Is it focused on your relationship with those around you or on yourself? Relationships. We are all interconnected with each other through our own perceptions of what the light means. As a Christian, the light may mean Jesus. As a humanist or atheist, the face of your neighbor. As a pagan, it might mean Mother Earth. As a Muslim, it might mean Muhammad. The concept is the same, and as such could be the force that unites us if we can agree that the prized pearl of our existence is acknowledging that a light exists in each of us. Diversity. If we agree that we are interconnected, then we must embrace all the diversity that represents. Possibility. Sometimes this light is viewed as a creative spark, and because of that spark, all things are possible. Openness. Be like a child. Don't judge. Don't scorn. Do forgive. Even as we are aware of the risk and realities, still choose to be open. Love. Love is the emotional harmony with the great mystery, God, Allah, Gaia, whatever you call it. And that harmony enlarges our individual power. Love can be the covenant that surpasses who we are as individuals for the sake of the community. May we all find a way to be light bearers in our troubled world. Amen.
Hello, good evening. I'm Jennifer. This is my family. This is Miriam, Kevin, and Sam, and we are going to be singing Say God Sufficeth, which is about our reliance on the divine. And it's become a bit of a tradition that we sing this at the Interfaith Blood Drive celebration. Say God sufficeth, all things above all things.
Say God sufficeth, all things above all things.
Say
God sufficeth, all things above all things. God singing, singing to himself, God sufficeth.
Say God, singing to heaven's all the earth.
Say God sufficeth, heavens and above all things. God singing, singing to himself, God sustaining, He is in himself, the sustaining, the
I'm Gretchen Hyatt from Grace Lutheran, and I'd like to introduce our Basic Grace, our contemporary team, doing a couple of songs. Please pay attention to the youngest member of the contemporary team. I think you can see her around the corner. She's doing part of the second song and does wonderful. There she is. She's doing the first song. That's very good sound.
Namaste, everyone. My name is Dodi Anil, and I am 12 years old. I'm a member of the Hindu Temple of Toledo, and I'm so proud to represent Hinduism at today's event. Today, I'll be performing an Indian classical dance style called Bharatanatyam. I've been learning this style of dance from my gurus, Dr. Beena Jo and Smriti. Bharatanatyam is one of the oldest ancient and traditional dance forms, and is like an artistic yoga. It has detailed movements of the hands, called mudras, and crisp and deliberate foot movements and positions, which use the heels and balls of your feet. It also has facial expressions to go with the dance. Bharatanatyam is deeply connected with Hinduism and often depicts religious stories and events. For example, in this dance performance, it talks about a Hindu god named Lord Krishna. Krishna is a mischievous little boy who loves to steal butter with his friends, but charms the young girls of the village. He also kills many demons, such as a poisonous snake, and always restores happiness and peace to the world. I hope you enjoyed this dance. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. That means peace be unto you. I'm Samina, and I represent Islam today. Um, According to the Islamic traditions, Muslims are recommended for loving people and extending compassion and sincere relationships. According to Islamic teachings, the minimum expectation from believers is that Allah, which is God, should have the first place in their hearts. As such, the Quran for Muslims is the primary meaning of encountering God. Muslims believe that God is so loving that he recreated his attributes of love as an instinct in us. Hence, true love is a part of God's love, and it is our duty to love one another truly as indeed he loves us. According to chapter 5, verse 32, life becomes so sacred that God tells humanity that he who slays a soul, unless it has to be punished for murder or for spreading mischief on earth, had slain all mankind. And he who saves a life shall be as if he had given life to all mankind. Now, Rumi, everybody's aware of, is a poet who was a Muslim, and he had the love of humanity in his poetry because he had discovered that the love which is extended towards the humanity can only be possible if you love God. And in his poetry, he gives us advice to appreciate value for each other and to love each other because we love our loved ones not because of their physical being, but because of God himself. And he says, come, let us appreciate each other, know the value of each other, because you never know, we might be suddenly separated. Now that our Prophet has said, the believer is the mirror of the other believer, why are we turning our face from this mirror? Grudges and hates darken the friendships and injure the heart. Why don't we rip off and throw away the grudges of that heart? Come, get closer. Till when is this banditness going to continue? Since you are I and I am you, what is this us and them? We are God's holy light. We are God's mirror. So why are we struggling with each other? Why is one light running away from another light so much? We, all human beings, are gathered like a body in the being of a mature human. But why are we squint-eyed? Although we are limbs of the same body, why do the rich look down on the poor? Why does the right hand look down on the left hand of the same body? Since both of them hands are hands of your body, what is the meaning of lucky and unlucky on the same body? We, all the human beings, are in reality one essence. Our minds are one and our heads are one, but we have been seeing one as two due to the curved heavens. Come, liberate yourself from this selfishness and reconcile with everybody and be nice to people. Every human being carries the same soul, but the bodies are in hundreds and of thousands. There are many dialects, many tongues. Water put in a hole, in a container unites when the container are broken and start to flow together as one stream. If you understand what Tawheed, which is the unity of God, means, if you attain unity and if you rip away meaningless words and thoughts, the Spirit sends news to those whose eyes of the heart are open and tell them the truth. I just wanted to mention some of that poetry of Rumi to make people understand what is the essence of love and life in Islam. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Hila Zamir. I am a musician, educator, and clarinet player from Israel. To represent Judaism, today I decided to sing a song of love, which is in Hebrew, Shir La'ava. It was composed by Gili Lieber, and this song was released in 1999 and was and still is a big hit back home in Israel. The lyrics of Shir La'ava promote optimism, love, and unity. I will read the words in English first, and then we'll sing the song in Hebrew. Together, heart to heart, we'll open up and see the light in the sky. Together, heart to heart, we'll open up with hope for love. As the heart opens up, it embraces the world, and with a great big shout to sing for love. Say, everything is possible. It is not too late. The dawn has risen already. It's time for love. יחד לב אל לב נפתח ונראה את האור שבשמיים. יחד לב אל לב נפתח בתקווה לאהבה, איך שהלב נפתח חובק את העולם, ובקריאה גדולה לשיר לאהבה. אמרו הכל אפשר, זה לא מאוחר, השחר כבר עלה, זמן לאהבה. יחד לב אל לב נפתח ונראה את האור שבשמיים. יחד לב אל לב נפתח בתקווה לאהבה, ורק אם נאמין ובלי שום דאווין בדרך העולה, זה שיר לאהבה.
name is Buja from the Buddhist Temple of Toledo, and we have with us Gokyo, Soam, Tenzin, and Shokai. And tonight we'll be chanting the Enmei Juku Kanan Gyo, which refers to Kanan or Guanyin, who is the Bodhisattva of compassion, and she responds to the suffering of the world with compassion. We are all the embodiment of this Bodhisattva, and thus we are not separate from her, and we also respond to the suffering with compassion as Bodhisattvas. Enmei Juku Kanan Gyo, Kanze Angamu Butsu Yo Butsu En Yo Butsu En Bobo So En Jo Rakuga Jo Jonen Kanze An Boden Kanze An Nen Jushin Ki Nen Furi Shin Kanze Anamu Butsu Yo Butsu En Yo Butsu En Gobo So En Jo Rakuga Jo Jonen Kanze An Bonen Kanze An Nen Jushin Ki Nen Furi Shin Kanze Anamu Butsu Yo Butsu En Yo Butsu En Bobo So En Jo Rakuga Jo Jonen Kanze An Bonen Kanze An Nen Jushin Ki Nen Furi Shin absorbing world sounds awakens a Buddha right here. This Buddha, the source of compassion. This Buddha receives only compassion. Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, just compassion. Thus the pure heart always rejoices. In the light we call this, in the dark we call this. Moment after moment, the true heart arises. Time after time, there is nothing but this. Absorbing world sounds awakens a Buddha right here. This Buddha, the source of compassion. This Buddha receives only compassion. Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, just compassion. Thus the pure heart always rejoices. In the light we call this, in the dark we call this. Moment after moment, the true heart arises. Time after time, there is nothing but this. Absorbing world sounds awakens a Buddha right here. This Buddha, the source of compassion. This Buddha receives only compassion. Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, just compassion. Thus the pure heart always rejoices. In the dark we call this, in the dark we call this. Moment after moment, the true heart arises. Time after time, there is nothing but this.
Hi, good evening. I'm Sophie Tang, Violin faculty at the University of Toledo. I'm so honored to be with you tonight and support the celebration of life. I believe that the best way to connect people is through music and art. So let's continue building those connections and enjoy more beautiful music. So the first piece is the Dvorak Romance, played by me. The second piece is Prokofiev Sonata for 2 violins, featuring our own wonderful UToledo graduate student Zeyu Chen and sophomore student Qilong Wei. They both are the pride of UToledo, who just won top prizes at the Hong Kong International Music Festival competition. Please enjoy.
Wow, look at this. 94% of people believe company culture is important to an organization.
And now we will see dances from the Mexican American community with Elena Hernandez as director of El Corazón de Mexico and her students.
We sincerely hope you have enjoyed this unique celebration. Next year, the musical celebration will again be held in a house of worship, followed by a grand reception. I'd like to close this evening with a very special prayer. Tefillat Hadarek, a traveler's prayer by Debbie Friedman. May we be blessed as we go on our way. May we be guided in peace. May we be blessed with health and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen, amen, amen. May this be our blessing. Amen. May we be sheltered by the wings of peace. May we be kept in safety and in love. May grace and compassion find their way to every soul. May this be our blessing. Amen, amen. May this be our blessing. Amen. This concludes the musical celebration of life for the year 2002. Please join us next year, 2022. Go in peace and in love. Thank you and shalom.